You talk too much, man, everybody want to tell people what they're doing, but nobody's actually doing it. Listen, real success doesn't come from talking. It comes from grinding in silence while you're busy trying to prove your worth to others. Somebody out there is building something you can't even imagine. You don't need validation. You need focus. You don't need to announce it. Just do the work and let your success make the noise. I know what it feels like when people overlook you, when they doubt you, when they laugh behind your back, when they call you crazy for dreaming big. But here's what I learned. You don't fight them with words. You fight them with Russell tests. You don't clap back. You come back stronger. You work in silence. You build when nobody's watching. Because when the light finally hits you, when your hard work starts paying off, those same people who ignored you, they go on pretend they always believed in you. So stop wasting energy trying to prove them wrong. Use that energy to become unstoppable. Let your work speak. Let your discipline speak. Let your success make all the noise. Let me tell you something right now. You are explaining yourself way too much. You wake up in the morning, you check your phone. You feel like you got to post what you're going to do. You got to update everyone on your plan. Hey, I'm working on this. Hey, I'm going to do that. Man, that's noise. That's noise. And noise does nothing but kill your potential. See, when you explain your every move, you give people more power over you than your dreams deserve. I remember early in my career, people told me, Steve, why are you wearing that? Why are you trying that? Why do you think you can compete? And for a while, I tried to answer. I tried to defend my actions. I tried to justify to folks why I believed in myself. But you know what I learned? You telling people what you're doing doesn't change their minds. But when your actions show up, when that success shows up, they can't deny it. They can't argue with the results. You've got dreams in your heart, vision in your soul, but you keep wasting your energy trying to explain to people why you see something they can't see. Stop that. Talk less. Work more. Let the output of your life, your consistency, your grind, your achievements, be your explanation, because when folks see your life moving, when your bank account moves, when doors begin to open for you, when your name gets called, they begin to understand, not because you said it, but because you did it. Now, don't think this is easy. Some days you're going to itch to tell someone how hard you're working. You'll want to defend your decision, your direction, your hustle. But see, that itch is the enemy. It whispers, but if people don't know, they'll think you lazy. They'll think you're not serious. But greatness doesn't need that whisper. Greatness doesn't care if people doubt it. Greatness is quiet. Greatness plants its flag quietly and lets the world wake up to it. And here's the hardest truth. Some people will judge, criticize, gossip. No matter what you do, you can work your guts out and they'll find something to say. So telling them your story in advance is giving ammunition. You're letting them get ahead of you. You give them a map of all the places they can shoot. Why do that? Let your outcome be the map. Let your success be the argument they can't fight. You want people to believe in you. Let them see you believing in you first. You show up every day. You do what you said you would. You stay consistent. That's the loudest language in the world. When you stop explaining yourself, when you stop defending your dreams, your process, your plan, and you just execute, then magic is born in the silence. Your life becomes your message, your work becomes your voice, and your results become your celebration. Let the noise die down. Let your actions rise up. Let your success, not your excuses, be the loudest thing people hear. Look, I want you to hear me when I say this. So many of you are living life on the approval track. Every move you make, you ask, will they like this? What will they say? Will they applaud me? You're placing your worth in other people's hands. And that's the fastest way to stay small, to be stuck, to lose your power. You see somebody else's highlight reel and you're trying to match it, thinking if you get that like that comment, that share, then you're validated. But validation is a cheap imitation of confidence. It's fragile. It leaves when the lights go off. Growth, real growth, is built in the dark, away from all the noise. And growth doesn't ask for permission. Growth doesn't wait for likes or applause. Growth says, I'm going to be me, whether you approve or not. When you make your identity dependent on what the crowd thinks, you lose the right to control your own life. You stay small. You shrink yourself. You dim your light for others to feel comfortable. You water down your purpose just to make others comfortable. But growth will stretch you, push you into your corners, force you to evolve beyond your comfort zone. And it doesn't care if people cheer or heckle. Some days you'll feel empty because your likes weren't enough. Some days you pretend you don't care what others think But inside you bleed when someone rejects you. That's because you built your foundation on approval, not on your own truth. You traded your soul for shallow affirmations, and now you're left starving for deeper substance. Here's the real secret: focus on your growth. Ask yourself today, am I better than I was yesterday? Did I learn something new? Did I challenge my own excuses? That's how you measure your success, not by the comments or the shares or the crowd's reaction. Because when your growth becomes your priority, you stop taking every criticism personally. You stop seeking every compliment. You start building your own standard, your own expectation of yourself. You don't need to prove to people that you belong. You already belong. You don't need their permission to chase your dreams. You don't need their validation to believe in your vision. You just need to look yourself in the mirror, strip off all the lies, strip off all the seeking of others' approval, and say, I'm going to grow anyway. I'm going to get better anyway. I'm going to become the person I was meant to be anyway. Stop seeking attention. Stop performing. Stop asking for affirmation. Instead, live so heavy with growth, so rich with improvement, so deep with purpose, that when people see you, they see transformation. Discipline over drama. That's what separates winners from wishers. You see, life will always try to put you in a soap opera. People stirring the pot, conflict, distractions, noise. That's the drama part. But discipline, that's your backbone. That's your secret weapon. While most folks are busy auditioning for the role of victim, you've got to stand firm, do your work, follow your plan, show up when nobody's watching. Look, I've seen this too many times, somebody with more energy complaining about what they can't do than doing what they should do. They wake up, scroll through social media, get mad at other people's success, compare themselves, rant, stew, argue, all before lunch. That's a drama, and drama drains you. It kills your time. It steals your energy. Meanwhile, the disciplined person is already 3 steps ahead, studying, grinding, planning, pushing. Discipline doesn't ask for applause. Discipline doesn't need a spotlight. Discipline doesn't need debate. Discipline shows up and does the work. You might hear whispers, but it's unfair. They have more advantages. Why does it seem so easy for others? Let me tell you something. Those whispers come from drama. They come from your own doubt and weakness. Discipline answers whispers with action. Discipline says, I don't care how unfair it is. I will rise anyway. Discipline says, I don't care who doubts me. I will keep showing up. Discipline says, I don't care how many obstacles. I will overcome them. That's the language of champions. When you choose discipline over drama, your focus becomes unshakable. You don't waste time being offended. You don't get tangled in distractions. You don't respond to every provocation. You keep your eyes on the target. Maybe somebody texts you, you're not enough. Maybe somebody laughs behind your back. Maybe folks lean in expecting you to stumble, but you don't give them a show. You don't bite. You don't react. You stay steady. You stay locked in. You keep the promise you made to yourself. Drama is loud. It's emotional. It wants an audience. Discipline is quiet. It's stubborn. It doesn't look for credit. Do you want lasting change? Do you want real results? You've got to make discipline your lifestyle. Some days you'll be tempted to justify, to explain, to give them a show. Don't be too committed to your future. Be too invested in your own greatness. When you run into people testing you, wanting you to argue, wanting you to respond, refuse, walk away. Put your energy where it matters. Pour your energy into your craft, into your growth, into your consistency. The greatest victories in life don't come from the loudest voices. They come from the quietest hearts with the strongest discipline. Let your consistency, your routine, your persistence, the daily doing behind closed doors become your statement. When the world finally sees you, they'll sense the power of discipline long before they hear your name. Let me preach to you right now. Words are cheap. Anybody can talk. But actions, those cost something. Money, time, sweat, discipline. Real success isn't announced with your mouth. It's declared by your life. When you let your success speak, you don't have to scream. You don't have to defend. You just stand, and people feel your presence. You see folks all around you making promises, talking big, hyping their goals. But how many of those promises turn into results? Very few. Because talking is easy. Everybody wants to be a prophet of their own future. But it's not the prophet who wins. It's the one who delivers, the one who backs up every claim with evidence, the one whose life becomes proof. Now, I want you to picture this. You've worked in silence. You've put in the hours when the world slept. You've shown up when nobody watched. You've pushed through doubt, pain, fatigue. Then one day, people start to notice, doors open, opportunities land in your lap, eyes turn. The same people who doubted, they start whispering. They start asking, how did he do that? They start trying to understand. And you don't have to explain a thing. Your life is your explanation. Those who talk will still talk about what you should have done, what you could have been. But when your success is loud enough, their talk fades. You don't engage with negativity because your results are louder. When they try to box you in with their words, your achievements push you out of the box. You become bigger than their definitions. You become bigger than their expectations. Let your success be the heavy artillery. Let every win, every breakthrough, every milestone shout on your behalf. Let your reputation be built by the impact you make, not by the noise you generate. Let your character be shown by how you serve, how you lead, how you lift others, not how loud you talk about what you want to do. Because success that comes too easy, success that's just words, is fragile. But success earned in silence, with grit, with consistency, that's unbreakable. That's what people can't ignore. That's what changes lanes. That's what rewrites history. Don't demand recognition. Don't beg for validation. Don't circulate your resume in conversations. Be so deep in your work, so entrenched in your excellence, that when success arrives, it becomes your roar, and the world has no choice but to listen. So listen to me now. Everything I've been saying, every truth I've laid out to you, it all builds into one unshakable promise. Your success is coming. You don't need to explain. You don't need approval. You just need focus and the courage to stay quiet while you work. Because when you focus on yourself, when you grow in silence, with discipline, with consistency, people start to see a difference. Doors open, opportunities show up, your character speaks, your results shout. You want to know what will end all the noise that you're putting in the work. When nobody's watching, it's faith in your vision, even when no one believes. It's loving the process more than applause. When you build a life so full of action, so full of momentum, so full of results, your success becomes the loudest thing in the room without you trying to shout it. So right now I'm asking you, where are you talking too much? Where are you chasing approval? Where are you letting drama steal your focus? Stop that. Start focusing, build in silence, grow through pain, and let your success be the sound everybody else has to tune into.